And good morning from the jet-lagged Mama Piece. Yeah, it's tough being back out on the West Coast, but I'm here. So come on in. Let's get this party started this morning. It's FriYay. Come in and give me your yays. I can't wait to hear what's going on in your world. So come on in and say hello. Let me just make sure we are streaming on Facebook. All right. For some reason, I cannot see it. And there we are. Hello, everybody. All right, so let me just do what I'm asking you to do. Share with a friend. So I'm going to send a message. And if you want to do the same, that way we all get on the same page here. Normally I would be playing music right now, but we know what happens when Teri plays music. You get in trouble. All right, so I'm just sharing it into a couple of the groups. All right, Auntie Jean's here. I wish you were here in the studio with me. Let me see who all's here. Good morning, Jessie, Grace Isis, Blue Jean. You have Dance Pants Doggaroos. Well, hello, Miss Pocky and Miss Gruff. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Kathy Hand, Catherine DeSante. And Julie says, I want to let you know that Uncle Freddie passed last night and wanted to thank everyone for all the prayers. Oh, darling, holding you and your family in our hearts right now. I know how tough that is on the humans when one of our humans leave. So I'm frozen. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Am I frozen? Good morning, Suzanne. Let me see. Okay, I'm moving, but it looks like I am frozen. Nope, I'm moving. So, Catherine, maybe go out and come back in again. And yeah, you're right. All the Kathys are in the house. So let's all go into our hearts this morning. Do the heart-brain coherence. Hand on the heart. And slow down the breathing. I can't see your comments. Okay, so yeah, it's on your end, Catherine Kovacs. So just go out and come back in or refresh your screen. And I shouldn't be frozen anymore. Thaw me out. I don't want to be frozen. I don't like cold. Okay, so breathe into your heart center. And let that stuff go. Exhale it out. Breathe in again. And relax. that feels good. All right. You know, this heart-brain coherence and this deep breathing, it's amazing. I was trying to do something and it didn't work. Yeah, it's working. I was on the plane yesterday, as you know, flying coast to coast from Florida to Arizona. Good morning, Andrea. And we hit turbulence. Oh boy, the plane was dancing in the air. And the lady that was next to me was freaking out. And so I had her breathe. Just told her, to breathe in deeply. And I breathed with her, and it actually calmed the energy. It was like all of a sudden everything was okay, and we weren't shaking and dancing anymore. I want to tell you guys, that's a testament to the power of the heart-brain coherence. It really works, and especially when you're in an energy that's really turbulent in your life. You don't have to be 30,000 feet up in the air. You can be standing or sitting or lying, and your world can be turbulent. So do this heart brain whenever something comes up, whenever you feel a little out of sorts. Just put your hand on your heart and breathe and slow down that breathing and know that everything is working perfectly, as Marietta teaches us. And Blue says, Gizmo jumped up and put his paws on my heart. Of course he did. He's a healer cat. And I love you, Gizmo. Thank you for doing that to your mama, Blue. Okay, getting a little closer here so I can see the screen. Oh, now I'm unfrozen. Yay, I'm so glad. How's everybody doing? I'm so happy to be here with you. I loved the morning show yesterday. Oh my gosh, you three ladies. Anytime you want to come on here, you let me know and we'll all be blessed. Everyone was loving you and I loved the entire show. You all were amazing. Sally and Tony, good morning to you. All right, so what did the angels talk about last night? It is Passover for, I believe, 8 days. And they're really working with us on freedom. Gracie says, it is indeed a Good Friday, and it is my yay for the remainder, the release it offers, and restoration thereafter for spirit on this journey. Bubbles of love, light, and laughter for Fridays, or FriYays, as I like to refer to this day. All right, so the angels talked last night about teamwork. Every great dream begins with the dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. That was written by Harriet Tubman. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. Harriet Tubman was only 5 feet tall, yet she accomplished miracle after miracle in her lifetime. Harriet's legacy as a hero of the Underground Railroad and a champion of human rights is a testament to her courage and determination. In the face of overwhelming adversity, her story is a powerful reminder of the need for compassion, empathy, and action in the face of injustice and oppression. Having been abused herself and witnessing her entire family's suffering, she stepped up and answered her divine mission in life. She personally rescued more than 300 slaves and later led a raid that freed over 700 more. Her dedication to freedom is to be admired. Some compare her to Moses, who was dedicated to bringing the Israelites to freedom. Dear angels, We focus so much attention on people who are doing terrible things in the world, creating chaos and destroying life. It is my desire that those doing God's work be lifted up for the good they have brought into the world. Dear ones, anytime someone steps forward to lead the cause of ending suffering in the world, they are definitely doing their part in bringing more light into the planet. Sometimes heroes are the ones in the background, supporting those who are on the front line. Sometimes, however, there are the Harriets and the Moses of the world who put others' well-being and happiness before their own safety. Fighting for freedom can also require personal sacrifices, time, and resources to defend your rights or the rights of others. As inspired souls make their way to your earth plane, they arrive at specific intervals, sometimes alone, and sometimes in tandem with others who come in force to take on issues. Harriet Tubman was one of those who chose to take on freedom, and especially human rights, as her mission. We encourage you to use the message of those who lead the battles as inspiration for your own divine plan of action in your life. Check with your guides to see if your team is waiting for you before they begin their offense. Dear angels, today I promise to check in with my team. So I'm checking in with my team. How we doing? Anybody out there leading a battle? Anybody out there that's got such a burden in your heart that you just know you came here for such a time as this? You came here to maybe make a difference in the arena of freedom, such as Harriet and Martin Luther King and all of those who led the fight for freedom of all kinds. Or maybe you're here to take on human trafficking, which is what the angels told me last year that they want me to put more focus on. There's so much that is needed here on this earth plane, and especially at this time. You're here for such a time as this. And I love how the angels spoke about the ones that are the supporters. You know, Harriet had many supporters as she did what she did with the Underground Railroad. And if it hadn't been for the team of people that was in place, it could have ended very badly. And I read that at one point there was a bounty on her head for $40,000. And back then that was like the equivalent of $1 million. So we need the team. We all need to do teamwork, and there's no I in teamwork. It's all each one working for the best of what that team is there for. Our team, all of us, P's for Peace, are here to take on peace. We're here to spread that further and wider into the world. And good news, I think I have mentioned before about the mission, the big mission that I'm a part of that's going to start in September and become a global movement of peace among our leaders. We are now official. I got the paperwork last night in the email that we have been set up as a nonprofit in the state of Florida, and it is called 10 million for world peace. 10 million for world peace. We're asking Spirit, we're asking our teams to gather 10 million people who will put out the energy of wanting peace in our world and wanting our world leaders to start paying attention to peace more than they are to conflict, to doing what they know in their heart is right, to help end conflicts everywhere and bring in an essence of peace on our world. And I believe it will happen. I fully believe it will happen. So in September, we will launch. And as I mentioned to you, we're going to be on TV in front of 11 million viewers. So we should be able to get 10 million of those viewers on board and wanting more peace. Blue says, a piece of cake. Yeah, I believe it's that easy that once we take on a mission, we're going to have all the help we need, just like Harriet Tubman did. She took on took on freedom because that was in her heart. And she knew that somebody needed to do something. It wasn't just going to happen. So, thank you, Julie. And thank you, Joanne. Good morning, Joanne. So, what's Auntie Jean got going on here? I was on a flight once that was a wine flight. We hit some really bad turbulence. The plane dropped hundreds of feet. Everyone left that plane covered in wine, except for me. My darling sister, who never refused a glass of wine, decided to have coffee. I knew it wouldn't be a good thing for me when I saw that coffee hanging on the ceiling. I had a scalding coffee bath. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's no fun being in that turbulence on the plane. Good morning, Christina. She says, good Friday morning. It's my Saturday off tomorrow, so that's my yay. Hoping to do some background support. Took a human trafficking awareness class myself. Good for you. That's awesome. And I encourage anyone who feels that nudge to do so. Get more education, get more awareness about human trafficking. I know that's going to be a huge part of my mission on this next leg of the journey, which I'm not even sure what that looks like yet. I'll be here in Sedona. I'll be in Sedona starting next Friday, and we're just going to have a blessed long weekend, and then I don't know what's going to happen after that, except I'll be in California for just a bit in June. So we'll see what those angels have in store for this mission. All right. The card from Kuan Yin today, the phoenix will rise. You are not permitted to enter into the divine fire of personal transformation unless you are capable and worthy of the challenge. The reward bestowed at the other side of the journey is such that all suffering throughout is redeemed. No matter what struggle you have endured, you shall rise again. This is your destiny. The struggle is real. I have talked to so many people over the last week that are just really facing challenges, huge challenges, one after another. So, yes, this human struggle is definitely real, but we have tools, and that's the beauty of it. And remembering that just like the phoenix rises up out of the ashes, here we are. We are rising when we use those tools. We are coming up higher and higher above whatever those challenges are, because we know to stay in our own vibration, keep ourselves in our lane, and stop looking over and say, oh, you need to slow down. You need to do this. Stay in your own lane. Keep your eyes on the road. And Kathy Hand, what you got this morning, darling? And hello, Oksana. Welcome. Kathy says, I'd like to support those who suffer from addiction, especially ones like my son who do not commit any crimes. Instead of jail, they need better options like those with mental illness, a dual diagnosis rehab facility, not jail. Yeah, I get that, Kathy, totally. And I know there's a lot of those in place. It just takes more effort on our part, doesn't it, to support those places. And Kathy, we're there with you, honey. I see you taking on that mission. And Sally's giving an update on Robert. As of this week, he was moved back to ICU at the hospital again and not in rehab. His lungs collapsed, and he is not in a good place right now, and he's truly, truly ready to give up. Let's lift up whatever is for the best and highest good, Sally. We don't know. We can wish for something to be one way, but we don't know what his full journey is and what that picture looks like. So we just have to support, and we support you, we support the family, and especially his sons. I know this is hard. I know when there's hope that's been given, and then all of a sudden there's something that happens like this. It's hard. It's really tough on us humans to sit back and watch, but just praying for you. Oksana says, good morning, happy FriYay. Instead of asking a blessing from a priest, my each word is a blessing. What blessing am I offering to the world? The world is a perfect and beautiful place. I bless everything. I love that. Kathleen. You know, I wish you were on here with me, Kathleen, so you could speak this because you write so beautifully. Let's see if I can do you justice. Seeing injustice and lack of compassion in the world is so difficult to see. Yesterday, I found myself getting angry. So grateful that Teri and her team is taking action to bring changes. Last night, there was nothing else I could do in the moment but sit for a long time, sending love to the entire world. Sometimes we wonder, but what can I do to help? Bringing love to the situation is the answer. Then move your feet on the human level in any way you can. You know, Kathleen, that was me. Years ago, I used to look at things that were going on, and especially injustices or the upset and the conflict in the world, the turbulence. And I used to ask that question, what can I do? I'm only one person. It's just me here. What can I do to make change or to make something happen? And Spirit led me to the answer to that. They led me to Heart Math Institute, where I learned heart brain coherence, where I learned that whatever we do, whatever we say, however we're feeling, it makes an impact on the whole world. If you're thinking that your anger doesn't matter, that your grudges don't matter, it does. Whatever energy we're putting out, it goes into that collective soup of all the energy on the planet. You are affecting the planet one way or another. There's no neutral because we're all feeling at all times. So whatever you're feeling, if you're happy, you're lifting up the vibration of the whole planet. If you're angry and you're spewing out this hatred and all the isms and, really not being nice to people, but demeaning and tearing down others, or even, like I said, holding an energy of anger toward even one person, you're putting out a destructive energy on the whole universe because it goes in and mixes in with every other energy that's there. The very best thing we can do to bring peace in the world is bring peace inside of our own heart. And that's what I learned from Heart Math, and that's what changed me. It changed me in such a way that I wanted to be more peaceful, and I am. I wanted to let go of grudges. I wanted to let go of anger, and I did. I forgave. It took me a year. I took a full year to clean out my closets, to go in and sweep and say, oh, yeah, there's one more. Like Columbo. Oh, one more question, one more person to clear that energy of. And we don't have to revisit each one. We know what's there. We know if there's somebody that we haven't spoken to in a decade or more, and there was an energy between us. You don't have to go to that person. We can go to their higher self, and we can say the Ho'oponopono. We can say, all right, I'm going to let this go on an energy level. You're still going to have remembrances of what happened. Those are our experiences. Those are our lessons. But the big, big lesson is letting go. The big lesson is about forgiveness, and it's about holding only love in your heart. You can't hold love and a grudge in your heart at the same time. So you have to go all in. It's, oh yeah, I want peace. And to want peace, it has to be in your heart. So that's my soapbox this morning, but it's also my testimony. This is how I turn things around in my own life, and we all can. I'm just here as a conduit to share the message. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just bringing you that message from Spirit that it really is imperative to clean that closet. You go into your heart and say, I choose love. It is a choice. We make choices every moment of every day. And we might not like what somebody has done, and especially if they did something that was personal to us. But boy, when you let go and you don't hold a grudge anymore, and you just say, oh, I just love life. And that's what I say every day. Those people that I was holding grudges against, I was only hurting me. And those who were affected by my energy, it didn't affect that person that had abused me, that person that had torn me down, that person that lied about me. They were still doing what they're going to do because they're in their own lane and they're living out their movie. But as far as me and my house, I will serve the Lord. And that's what I understand is forgiveness is what's really the key to open that door to peace. All right. Sally says Robert actually has 5 children in total. 4 are my grandchildren. Thank you all for keeping us on your prayers. Absolutely. Carmo, Maria Morgado, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. And Christina says, thinking of Harriet Tubman and other warriors the last few days, taking my anger and finding ways to support. Yeah, that's beautiful, Christina. You know, I was blown away last night. I was sitting here with Sharon, and I was reading more about Harriet Tubman. I didn't know a whole lot about her. I knew about the Underground Railroad, and I knew the things that she did, some of the things that she did. I did not know that she fought in the war. I didn't know that. I didn't know some of the later things that she did, and the consultant that she was that helped in a big, big way. So I honor her. I was sitting there, and Sharon was asking if I was at a breaking point in my work, and I said, yeah, I'm just sitting here in awe right now, because that's what it felt like. It's this woman who single-handedly did so much to bring forth that freedom for slavery. And I just admire her and others who helped out in that time, the team that worked with her. Michelle Landers, good morning, sweet Michelle. Thank you for being here. And oh yes, Auntie Jean, I'm sure that Freddie is dancing in spirit right now. So we lift up Julie's family for sure. And we lift up Sally's family as Robert makes his choice of how that's going to go for him. Sally says, I'm hearing your message today, and thank you. Thank you, Sally. It's for me especially. You know, there's been so many times and so many people in my life that I had to step away from. You know, I had to just say, for my own mental health, and emotional health and spiritual health, I have to step away from toxic energy, but it doesn't mean that I have to hold on to that. I let that go, and then it's not toxic for me anymore. So that's the beauty of it. Isabel, yes, yes, yes. I love yeses. And thank you, Isabel. Prayers for all in need today. Ricky Josie, good morning. Oh, sweet Blue Jean, I love you too. Thank you for being here this morning. Okay, you guys. The Tiny Book of Angel Messages. I'm so loving hearing about how you all are using this book. I'm so happy that it's making a difference in lives. So let's find what our message is. Number 10. All right. Okay. Well, we have 2 messages on this page. Maybe I should read them both. And then, oh, my nose is itching. Getting company. Before I do the reading in the little book, let me share this with you. Before I do that, let me put up our prayer requests. There we go. Type in your prayer requests. Today at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, I'm going to join C. Megan Michael on her show, Conversations with C. And I will be giving some messages from the angels if there's messages to give to anyone. So come in and join and see if maybe you have a message from the angels today. It'll be at 3 o'clock, and I'm sure that C has sent out PR messages. I've been jet lagged and traveling, so I haven't really looked at what all's out there. I'll put it out myself again this morning. But 3 o'clock today, Eastern Time, if you want to come on and see if the angels have anything to say to you. I'll be channeling those messages live with C. Megan Michael. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read both of these messages. Once a member of your soul team is gone, in the physical sense, you are left with interacting with them on the spiritual realm where you have already been accustomed to being together. The human heart fills the void, while the spiritual self rejoices for the one who has gone on to their next mission. Your loved ones want you to celebrate with them. Julie, I think that message was especially for you this morning. Your Uncle Freddie, he now is going to be communicating with you in a different way. Embrace that. Embrace the love that you're feeling with him in spirit. Not Auntie Jean, Blue Jean says, I'll be with Mary Jane. I'll see if we will get online with her. Awesome. I would love that if we have Mary Jane in the audience for that 3 o'clock show. Annie 7, good morning. You slept late. I'm sure you need it. And Michelle says, please share the link for the show. Yeah, it's on C. Megan Michael's channel. I'll have to look at her PR and see where that's streaming, and I'll let everybody know where we're going to be at. But I'll also share it once we go live. I will put it into the messenger and put it into Angelic River Family so you can easily find it. All right, second message from the Tiny Book of Angel Messages. You're so welcome, Julie. I know that your Uncle Freddie led me right to that message for you. And just lifting you up, honey, for your love and the love that he's going to share with you from the spirit realm. Okay, here we go. We have every faith in you that you are up to the task at hand. In those moments when you think you cannot go forward, when you are holding on for dear life, feel our love filling you up and helping you see your own strength. We are here on purpose, and so are you. We want the same outcome for you, to succeed in all things. We want you happy, joyful, and free. Yeah, they were listening, weren't they? As we talked about teamwork, as we talked about how important it is to clear our own house, clean out those cobwebs where we're holding grudges and we're not having a good vibration in our hearts and in our energy field, cleaning that out so that we can be more happy, joyful, and free. I just love this message from them this morning, and that's for all of us. And Sally, you felt this in your heart. Oh, me too. Me too. As soon as I read that first line, I'm going, oh, yeah, they knew what we were talking about. And they know that one of the tasks at hand for me is whatever is going to happen with human trafficking and putting more energy into that. Last night, I created a new website for myself, and I'm going to be opening up to coming into places and doing more speaking, and especially regarding what's happened over the last few years with the Peace on Earth tour, the things I've seen, the people I've spoken with, the homes I've been in where you've been so supportive and wonderful and beautiful has helped me to have more confidence in speaking to maybe police officers or doctors or Rotaries or wherever there's a group of people that have the ability to make a change in our world. So the new website is teriangel.com, but you won't find anything there yet. It just says under construction. But that is going to be my site for putting out messages into the world through public speaking and speaking engagements. So as I come into an area, wherever I'm at, where you invite me in, I'm going to be contacting the organizations there before I get there and see if I can set up meetings. I'd love to do like town meetings and just get some of the communities to understand more about what it means to look out for signs of human trafficking, or what can you do to bring more peace into the world and into your area of the world. So I was excited last night because I got that message loud and clear. I got it from someone who right now I feel is a mentor to me. I've met with her and just heard from her some of these suggestions of moving forward. So there you go. It's going to be out there, and I'm going to get help building this one. I built my own website, angelspeakers.com, but this, I feel like I need help. So that's what's happening. I'd appreciate your support and your prayers and sending good vibes my way so that we can get this off the ground soon. And if you have a connection in your area with any of those organizations that you think would benefit from hearing some of the messages that I want to bring forward, let me know, and let's contact them and get the messages out that we can do something. Just like Harriet Tubman, I have this urge to make a change, make a difference in the world. And I know that we have been, because all of us together have been doing this journey for almost 3 years now, really 3 years in September, that the Peace on Earth tour has been going. And this is how I want to see it evolve, and how the angels have said, all right, it's time to move up a level now. And so that's where I'm at. And thank you all for your support. Thank you, Julie Kiss. I appreciate you so much, all of you, with your love and your support and how you're helping me to evolve as well in what I do. So let's get to our prayers. Anything going on in your world that we need to know about? Any yays that we can celebrate? And anything that you have going on with loved ones or family members or places? You know, if your area is one that's being affected by turbulence in any form, then let's pray for your area. We have several on our long prayer list that I know just need so much help. We still pray for Boulder. Boulder still looks like a bomb hit it. It still has not rebuilt completely. There's a beginning there, but it really needs a lot of help. So just place your prayer requests there, please. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Kathleen says, we are supporting you in all that you do. Well, it's all that we do. We're doing this. It is a team, and there is no I. As I go around, I'm a we, because we are the P's for peace, and we declare that we're going to bring that peace forward more beautifully into the world. Okay, well, my voice is not used to talking this much. So give me a minute. Thank you, Ricky. Okay, let's go into our hearts. It seems like there's a big energy to be cleared. So help me clear this energy. Whatever power there is that wants to keep us down, that wants to keep us in conflict, let's acknowledge that the light always wins over the dark. When the light is turned on, there is no more dark. Just envision when you walk into a room, and even if it's a candle flame, you're able to see what's in the room. Let's bring our candle flames together this morning. So I'm asking you, are you willing to bring that lit candle that's inside of you? Are you willing to breathe more life into it? As you breathe into your heart, that flame gets brighter. Just watch it. Just do this visualization with me. Watch the flame inside of you as you breathe in love, as you breathe in the desire to have peace on our earth, the desire to end suffering in whatever manner that looks like, whether it's slavery that's still going on with human trafficking, whether it's conflict and wars that are still going on in our world, whether it's riots and people that are out to destroy, whatever the burden is that's in your heart that you would like to see a change in, are you willing to breathe in the energy of peace and calm and work together as a team? Let's get in that huddle. Let's get our game plan going. You know, whenever you have a team, there's a game plan. And there's a coach that says, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make this move, or we're going to make that move. But we're going to make it together. We're going to collaborate. There's not one person on the team that's more important than anybody else. Everyone has equal footing, and we all do. In this team, we're all in this together. You may not be driving the thousands and thousands of miles, but you're riding right there in that angel mobile. You may not be climbing up on the hill to do a land blessing, but you are right there beside of me as I make that climb. And you're going to be speaking to people as your voices that are going to be heard as a team. If you're willing to be that team member, just say yes. Yes, I'm willing to let my flame grow bigger and brighter. Yes, I'm willing to support in whatever way that looks like, through prayer, through adding to the 10 million meditators that we are gathering together for world peace, for global peace, to talk to the global leaders of the world. When you say your yes, you're guided then. You're on that game board. You're one of those spots that has equal footing with all the other team members. I said my yes. I stepped out, knees knocking, not knowing what it was going to look like, but stepping out in faith and trust that whatever was on that mission for me to do, I was willing to do it. So can you say the same? Can you say your yes? Yes, I want to be part of this team. We're all needed as team members. And the more that's on our team, the farther, the wider our reach as we go through the world. Just breathe in love right now. Look at your candle flame. Look at the brightness of it. Look at the colors in it. Is it speaking to you? Is it calling your name? You know, so many times as I'm lying, getting ready for sleep, and I'm just laying there, loving God, loving the energy, loving what I do, loving my life. Sometimes when I'm very quiet to listen, I hear my name being called, and I just know that's the angels surrounding me and being right there to support me with whatever is needed, whether it's inspiration, hope, messages of love. Are you hearing your name being called? What are they saying to you? What are they asking from you? Pay attention to your candle flame. In all moments, see if that light is shining. And is it shining bright? Does it need more oxygen? Do you need to breathe? Sometimes when we're facing turbulence, we just have to breathe. Just connect in to our heart center. Let's lift up those that we're here to lift up today. All of them on the prayer list. All of the ones that were shared today for us to lift up even more. The families who are experiencing loss right now. And Julie, we lift you up, honey, wrapping our arms around you. We're lifting up the family of Robert, who's making his choice to stay or to go, and wrapping our arms of love around you, Sally, and anyone else who's experiencing that right now, letting a family member go, or a loved one, a friend. And we lift up our world. We lift up those parents whose child has been taken by human traffickers. We see the statistics of how many are affected, how many are taken. And think of those families that don't know the outcome of what's happening with their loved ones. That's where a lot of my burden is, to help the family members. Let's pray for peace on our earth. Pray for our Mama Gaia to receive more love from all of us. So put a smile on your face. Spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. When you smile at someone, you don't know that maybe someone who's been affected by a loss, whether it's a loss through someone leaving their human physical body, or someone that's missing, or someone who's separated from their loved ones. Smile at those around you in your own home and as you leave your home out into the neighborhood. Smile at people as you travel. Be more observant of what's going on with those you encounter. These are the ways we can help our world to come to a more peaceful state. And right now, let's smile at each other. Those of us gathered here today, just smile and say those magic words that we say every day. And I'm going to put them up on the screen. And let's say it at the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so very much. Thank you for coming in today to see each other and check in on a FriYay. And hold the yays in your heart and share them out with others. Share some gratitude with others. And Sally says, prayers for my grandchildren to come back home safely after their visit with my mom. These are Robert's children who had to make a tough decision to stay with their dad or visit their great-grandmother before she crosses. Oh, thank you, Christina. I see your messages of love here. These are the magic keys. Thank you. I love you. And Sally says, oh, thank you. We're lifting you, Teri, so you can continue to lift others. Thank you. And Sally and Tony, thank you. I love you. Ricky and Josie, thank you. I love you. And Kathleen says, thank you, Teri, for reminding us about being a team and that we are all important. One of Hado Bear's wise words was, I am important to the world. Without me, a piece of the puzzle would be missing. He is definitely a member of your team. He is. He travels with me in the Angel Mobile everywhere I go, Kathleen. Everywhere I go, I take Hado Bear with me. Grace I says, I love you. Thank you. Kathy Caputo. And just as a reminder with your prayers, if you would, please lift up my beautiful friend Pixie and her amazing son, Captain Corey, who is going through a turbulent time right now. And it's not going to get any better, unfortunately. So let's please lift that little guy up. Michelle Lenders, thank you. I love you. And Christina says, even politicians being thrown out of democratically elected officials and Supreme Court justices on the take. It's time to take a stand. Peacefully, yes, but a stand for justice in all areas, absolutely. A stand for justice in our world. We definitely need that. Auntie Jean, thank you. I love you so much. I'm still on a high from watching the 3 of you yesterday on the morning show. Isabel, thank you. I love you. Julie Kiss, thank you. I love you. Well, Auntie Jean, I don't know. Where's that water going to end up? You going to dump it on our heads, or are you going to give it to us to drink? Our sweet Auntie Jean. You are so, so beautiful. I am so grateful for having this blessed soul in my life. My soul sister, I love you immensely. Isabel, praying for standing for freedom in our world as we continue to focus on Passover, Good Friday, Easter Sunday. Let's just think about freedom. Hold up that energy of freedom and ask, can I say my yes? Are you saying your yes? Are you feeding your flame that's inside of you? Say your yes. I encourage you to do that because the blessing is immense when we're working on the side of our Creator and helping everything come to fruition the way it definitely can be in our world with peace on earth. Let's get out of here. Let's have a beautiful Good Friday. I love you so much. Namaste, y'all.